Dad? Today it looks like I'm going to be able to leave school early.
I knew that was going to happen. We have a hurricane approaching us after all, right? I've been tasked with choosing whether to leave work early or stay here and risk being trapped when the full force of the storm comes.
What? Are there actually people willing to stay there?
Well, this place is running 24/7 since it's a factory after all. So people can technically stay here as long as they need to. Some people here are saying they'll wait until the eye of the storm and then make a break for home, while others will just stay the whole time. Well, I'll probably choose to leave work today and come home before any of that, though.
I see. So you plan to be home for the rest of the day then?
Well, I'll be home by around 3 or 4 today, I think, as long as everything goes to plan.
Well then, I'll be home a little bit before you then today.
Ah, I see.
Have you called Mom about any of this yet?
I tried giving her a call just a second ago, but she never answered me.
I did the same thing, and she never answered me either. I wonder if she's out getting groceries right now, so that we have enough things during the worst of the storm.
I'm sure that's the case.
Well, I'm going to have lunch with my friends really quick before making my way home. See you later.
All right. Make sure to have a safe trip home then.
Will do.
3 hours later.
Please, just pick up your phone. I need your help. Just reply to me or something, Dad.
What's going on with you, Sky? Are you hurt?
The house!
The house?
Right now, the house is on fire and I can't do anything about it.
What did you just say?
I wasn't able to get a hold of Mom either, so I had to call you over and over. Right now, the fire department is here and they're trying to put it out, but you need to come home now. I don't know what to do or how all of this happened.
All right. On my way now. 2 hours later. No answer. No answer. Are you all right? No answer. No answer. Where are you right now, Shelby?
Oh, hi, Logan. Aren't you supposed to still be at work? It's not good to slack off and try talking to me all day when you work at a factory like that.
Where are you right now?
Me? I've been off work all day since my part-time job is closed, so I'm just relaxing at home.
Huh?
I'm not really sure what you're going on about, but I have a fire going right now, so can we talk later?
You have a fire going?
I'm about to put the pot on the stove to fry some things up, so I was getting the stove nice and hot. We are going to be having corn dogs for dinner today, so I hope you'll be looking forward to those.
Listen. Actually, I'm gonna be at work all night tonight. Right now, the hurricane has gotten really bad out there, and none of us here are gonna be able to go home. I'll be getting paid overtime and everything to keep working, but I won't be home until after the storm has passed.
Really? Is that so? That means tonight it will just be Sky and me at the house.
No. Actually, she is planning on staying at one of her friends' houses. It's a lot closer to her school.
Oh? So they didn't get a half day of school today with the whole hurricane passing through? I thought they would have had the day off before it came so that she could make it home. And, she never told me about going to her friends.
Well, they still do have a half day, but she said they wanted to hang out a little after getting out, and, well, now the storm is too bad for her to leave their house. She told me she tried giving you a call about it earlier, but you never answered it. So she called me instead to ask if it was okay.
Oh, I see. You're right. Now that I'm looking at it, she was trying to call me earlier. Well then, that means the three of us will all be sleeping in different locations tonight.
That appears to be the case. Well, I'm gonna get back to work now, alright?
Sounds good. Good luck working an extra shift tonight.
Right after that. Sky, are you doing alright?
Yep, just before things started to get really bad outside, I made it over to Aunt May's house. She started to make some of my favorite snacks just a second ago, so I'm starting to calm down a bit after what I just had to see.
I see. I'm sorry to have to say this, but for a little while, I think you'll be staying with Aunt May. I've also talked with your school about what's happened, and it looks like they'll allow you to take a little while off to deal with what's at hand.
Oh, thank you. Where are you at then, Dad?
I'm at work, in the break room, taking some time to think. I talked with my manager, and he told me I could stay in the break room for a while and take time to deal with what's happened, and even sleep now if I want.
I see. The whole house is gone now, right?
That's what it seems like.
I still haven't been able to get in touch with Mom at all.
I was able to text her just a little bit only a second ago.
Wait, really? Where the heck has she been all this time?
Well, about that. She told me she's at home right now.
Even now?
I really don't want to think about what all is going on with her, but... Well, I just told her that you would be staying at one of your friends' houses for the night. One that's closer to school than our house.
Okay.
I know you were probably hoping to hear that Mom was out shopping or something, but what I've just brought up probably left you with even more questions. Sorry, Sky. I'm sure you can catch a hint at what's going on here, and if you have, then I'm really, really sorry. I hope you don't mind me lying to her about your current situation.
I'll be fine, Dad. And honestly, Dad, I knew something was going on with Mom a while back, but never knew quite what it could be.
What?
Did you not notice anything strange about Mom when she was at home? I'm sure you've already started looking into what would be causing her to act all strange, right? Have a friend follow her or get someone to start an investigation?
Sky? Well, I plan on doing that now. I never really did notice anything wrong with Mom until now, but because of this, I'm talking with a detective as we speak. But due to the hurricane, they won't really be able to do much physically until it's over and everything goes back to normal. And, well, I've actually been wanting to wait on telling you about all of this until after I found some things. But I guess you already noticed something was up long before me.
Yeah, I guess I have then.
I'm sorry for hiding this from you, even though you already knew.
Dad, just make sure you don't get too worked up over what you might find, okay? And also, the most important thing is to not strain yourself too much trying to find the answer.
Alright. Thank you, Sky. The next morning.
Hey, you! Listen to me, Logan. What has happened here? House. What's happened to our house?
Shelby. Hello. Were you able to make it back to the house this morning alright?
This is the house. Our house. Is this what's left of it after burning down?
Yes. What you're seeing right now is all we have left of the house. Luckily, there was nobody that got injured or lost their life. But what the fire department told me is that with all the wind, and the fact that nobody was home to take care of the fire when it first started, the whole place was lost. Had it been any regular kind of day, the fire department could have at least saved half the house. But having to battle the fire with the winds the hurricane was bringing, there was not much they could do about it.
Huh? Oh, wait a second. When you and I were texting one another yesterday, the house was already gone?
Well, that's the case, Shelby. Sorry for texting you after the fire. I'd like to let you know that everything was lost in the fire. And I mean everything.
What? What are you talking about? I am shocked to see that the whole house got burnt down and is lost now with everything that was in it. Wait, where is Sky at? Is she all right?
I told you already that there were no casualties of any kind. So, she's fine. As of right now, I have her staying over at my little sister's house. For the time being. She's going to be going to school from that house, and we'll be calling it home.
Ah, I see. Well, that's good to hear. And what about you, Logan? Where are you at now?
I'm in my work's break room. I've been in here all night, trying to wait out the storm and working on resolving all my current issues.
I see. Well then, since this has happened to us, I assume it's all right for me to head over to your little sister's house as well and stay there. I'm sure you'll show up later as well, right?
Nope. I'm kindly asking that you do not go over to her house.
What? Why can't I go? My parents' house is very far from here, so I don't have anywhere else to go.
Tell me, Shelby, where have you been all night?
Huh? After our house had burnt down, you said to me that you had the stove on and were planning to make corn dogs for dinner. No, that was something else.
What house were you at then? You told me you were at home all day because you didn't have to work.
I was actually over at my friend's house at the time, and that's kind of what I was talking about. There weren't any problems at the time.
Shelby, I know about how you were with one of your friend's husbands last night. I was informed by her that she had to go back to her parents' house for the week due to a death in the family, and would be taking the kids with her. She told me her husband was on a business trip, and that's why their house was empty of anyone when I went over there. I now know that you went to a hotel with her husband though last night, and that's where you both stayed. Originally, you had only planned on staying there during the day until before Sky and I got home. But, due to the hurricane, I told you I'd be staying the night at work, and Sky would be at her friend's house. And so you went ahead and extended your stay at the hotel with him after learning the news from me.
Wait, what are you...
And once the hurricane had passed, you aimed to be home just before I could get home from the factory. But when you made it home this morning, the house is in ashes, right? This is all I know of what happened so far, but you can probably agree that all of this is true.
No way. Why? How?
Sky had told me that she had noticed something was up with you for a while now, and I only realized that yesterday when the house was on fire and I spoke to you after. Because of that, I had an investigation started, but they couldn't get to work until after the storm. So, all night long I was doing loads of research.
You started a what?
An investigation. I needed to get some professional help with this.
What about my privacy, though?
You get no privacy when you start cheating on your own husband.
But...
Don't worry. Your friend has been made well aware of all of this as well.
Huh? What the hell are you doing?
As I told you, I wasn't the only one aware of you cheating. Sky has noticed something going on for a long time.
Really?
I know I'm not the most observant of people, so she must have gotten those genes from you or something. But she was right about what she was thinking, and was ready for a day like this.
You're kidding.
Sky has told me that if we get a divorce, she wants to come with me.
What? No way she'd do that to me. I'm not going to let you get custody of her.
Sky is not 17 years old, Shelby. She is about to be old enough to choose who she wants to call her parent, and who she doesn't want to. And it seems to me like you'll never be seeing her again in your life.
Really?
Sky is in pain right now. She is suffering from a very deep wound to her heart, and it will take a very long time to heal. Not only did she just lose the house that she grew up in all her life, but now she lost her mother in it as well. She noticed something was up with you, but never wanted to think it was because you were cheating on me. Yet, here we are now, at the worst outcome. And you think it's just her that's hurt by all of this? No. Right now, I'm on the verge of crying, and my heart is practically shattered. You've really done it this time, Shelby. I hope something like this doesn't scar Sky as badly as it may.
Logan!
If you still have an ounce of thought left for how she might be feeling right now, then you should know to never come around either one of us again.
Logan, she is my daughter as well, though. What about my friend? You all have to understand that what I did was just for the thrill.
You thought as a married woman, it was okay to get a thrill by having sex with another man at that hotel room while your house is on fire? I'm not even able to laugh at something like that.
This was never supposed to happen, though.
After that, a few days later, Shelby made her way over to my sister's house saying that she wanted to see her daughter. But without even letting her see where she was, Sky let out a huge scream saying that she hated Shelby, which nearly shattered the windows. When hearing that, Shelby knew that it was over, and gave up before leaving the property. As for the house, it appears the reason for the fire starting had to do with a cigarette butt that wasn't totally extinguished. And after some questionings from the police about it, It turns out that it was Shelby that had thrown the cigarette butt onto the carpet when her friend's husband arrived to take her to the hotel. Of course, she was fined by the city for this, and would later be sued by me for burning the house down. Along with suing her for that, I was also able to get a settlement from both her and her friend's husband in the divorce. After all of that had been settled, Shelby moved out of the city and into a smaller town to the north, where she's found herself a new place to live all by herself, working a new job to pay off all the fines and settlements. When it comes to my daughter and I, we are able to move into housing provided by the company I'm working for. It'll be some time before we're both able to get back to the lives we like to call normal, but as long as we have one another, we both feel loved and safe. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Liam, tonight I won't be coming back there, so take care of the place.
What? Again with this Maren? Just this month now, you've gone out and stayed out for the night how many times now? Aren't things starting to become a bit too frequent now?
Oh? Are you trying to put a limit on my life now? You're going to put a leash on me, the one that chose you out of all the men I could have married?
All the men you could have married?
I didn't mean that in some crazy way, okay? I meant that back before I started to date you, I'd been asked out by all sorts of men, but turned them all down besides you.
And I know why the reason for all that is. You're very pretty, and you have the body of a model. Back after college, when you came up to me and told me how much you liked me, I was so happy and thought that day would never come. And soon after that, you and I got married and everything.
So if you're still happy to be with me, then no more complaints about the way I'm living my life. As for tonight, I'll be staying at my friend's place. Good night. Carly, it's been a little while since I've last spoken with you. Do you have any guesses as to where I am right now? I happen to be at a hotel with your husband, Josh. And of course, this isn't your average hotel either. He and I are here with the intent of getting it on tonight, so we've made sure it's the kind of hotel that honeymooners would come to. Josh and I. For some reason, he and I are just meant for one another. And if this hasn't already been obvious to you as well, your husband Josh is a whole lot more handsome than your little brother. He also brings in way more money. 3 months ago, when I got married to Liam, I had just started to find out who his older sister was married to, and I regretted the fact that I got married too quickly. But, well, in the end, Josh has told me that compared to his plain and fat wife, I am a whole lot prettier and fitter than you. And that's why I'll be taking Josh from you for the time being. Please and thank you. Now, I have to get back to pleasing my good-looking man. I hope you won't mind this too much. Liam, do you have a second to talk?
Hi, Carly. Sure. What's going on?
Liam, have you even noticed that your wife is cheating on you right now?
Huh? What's all this about now? Her and I have only been together with one another as husband and wife for the past 3 months. Don't start saying things that'll get me all paranoid, please.
The reason why I'm telling you this now is because if I don't, things will only hurt worse for you when you find out yourself.
Right, but all of this is coming out of left field and makes absolutely no sense.
I understand that I'm being very blunt about this right now. And both you and I haven't really been very close to each other for a while, so please forgive me for this.
Well, I don't really care that you're being blunt or anything. But anyway, what's going on here?
Just last night, I got some texts from Maren telling me all about how she took my husband to a hotel.
Took him to a hotel? And she texted you about that?
She was going on and on about how she took Josh and had him at a hotel with her where they were making love. Hey, that Maren chick. Does she still think that you and I are completely avoiding one another still, and that's why she did that to me?
That might be the case. And recently Maren has been going out quite a lot. And when she does, she'll stay the night wherever she's gone out to. Ever since Mum and Dad got divorced a little while back, she's been going out a lot and not coming back home until the morning. And I think she's doing that because she assumes I'm still thinking about the divorce.
I see. So that's how she got away with all of this, and you weren't able to figure out what she was really up to.
All those texts that she sent you, do you think you could show them to me?
Sure, I was planning to do that from the start. I know that this is all very sudden for you, but could you come and see me later today or tomorrow? I can send you the screenshots of all the messages she sent me, but also want to meet in person to talk about what we're going to do about all of this.
Alright. How about we get a table at some restaurant, have a conversation there? Try somewhere out of town so nobody that we might know hears us talking.
Good point. I think we should go ahead and do that.
Then I'm going to hit up one of my old friends that runs a restaurant out in the countryside, see if he can get us a table. He's still very close to me, so he'd never talk about anything he overhears from us. I'll make sure to send you the time and everything, and we can meet it later.
Sounds good. Thank you, Liam. Carly, this is about my love life with your husband Josh and all. I've noticed that you never ever replied any of my texts about us, but you are reading these as I can see the messages being left unread. How can a fatty like you be allowed to ghost me like that? You actually think you have the right to do something like that? The only people that are allowed to ghost others are beautiful women like me when we're trying to sift around for the right man. It's just lame for someone as fat as you to do it to me when your husband is pretty much abandoning you. You idiot. Oh, that's right. I have to tell you what I started texting you for. I have been proposed to by Josh. And that means he's going to start working on divorcing you now. So please make sure to end things with him quickly for me. Hey, Liam, please divorce me.
What?
I found myself a new person to love. But him and I still have not done anything yet, so you can't say that I've been cheating on you or anything. But we're getting a divorce.
This is pretty abrupt.
Well, we've only really been married for close to half a year, right? Just be happy that you were able to be married to a pretty woman like me. And since you're thankful for the fact that I allowed you to be married to me, you will allow me to follow what makes me happy and get this divorce, right?
Who are you with?
Right. I'm sure at some point you'll be able to figure it out. I'm with Josh, your older sister's husband.
So you've been working towards stealing my sister's husband from her this whole time?
I never meant for anything like that, honestly. But in the end, of course, things look that way. I wasn't trying to lure him away from her or anything, though. I just look way too good to all men, and so he just, he started to tell me how much he loved me and then said he wanted to get married. He knew that someone like me was already married, yet he wanted me so badly, That's why in the end I just gave in to his demands. But I told him that before he and I can truly be a couple, I had to finish up the relationship I have with you. So would you please divorce me?
Do you understand that by stealing someone else's husband, you're asking for a lot in return from my sister?
Oh, are you worried about her or something now?
We have to understand that she's in fact my sister.
Well, I'm not worried about her, and you shouldn't be either. I'm sure you feel a little bit bad for her and what she could do to me, but you and her have been at odds forever and never talked to one another. You and I both know that your older sister was never raised with any love from your guys' parents, and that's why she's such an outcast. But honestly, if she's going to start getting upset with me, I won't care. Some plain-looking fatty like her doesn't mean a thing to me anyway. So please don't worry about her and I, and just focus on that divorce now. You can leave the thought of your fat and ugly sister be.
Marn, you went and sent my older sister all kinds of texts about how you'd been stealing him from her, right? When she saw all that, she started to talk with some lawyers and have you both investigated by them. And of course, she had the results of said investigation shown to me as well. We both know about how the moment you married me, you started to have a secret relationship with Josh.
Hold on a second. I'll ask you this one more time, but You and your sister aren't close to one another, right? You had told me all about that before, right?
That's true. But things have started to get better recently.
What?
You know about how my parents got divorced a little while back, right? Well, back when that divorce took place, my parents were able to have a talk with her about what all happened between her and them, and what made her so upset. And well, I was just as upset with my parents about a lot of things. When her and I got to talking about our relationships to them, we learned just how similarly the both of us had felt. And during that whole time, being together with our parents, we had wanted to be close to one another, but were sure that we were hated by the other.
What?
But after learning the truth about our feelings from one another, we became pretty close again.
What the heck? I never heard anything about that all happening between you two.
I was going to tell you all about this. I was going to send you a text about it all, but I thought things would sound weird over text, so I've been waiting for the chance to tell you in person. But you're always out of the house and never coming home at night. There was never any time to tell you anything in person, so I was kind of stuck thinking about what I should do. Then I got a text from my sister saying that you had been sending her texts about how you were having an affair with Josh.
Wait, what the heck is going on here? I thought that the two of you still hated one another's guts or something, so I could act all high and mighty around your sister and you'd never give a crap about her. I didn't think that you'd ever be told anything by her either, since you were both at odds, and that's why I wanted to have some fun with this whole situation. Why the hell at a time like this did you both decide to make up to become close again?
It's not like her and I chose the specific time to become close to one another again. Things just happened this way, and that's what led up to how things will end up now.
Ugh, Jesus, I'm pissed off now.
Well then, let me tell your cheating butt all the good news.
What?
Carly has told me she doesn't need her husband anymore.
Huh? She doesn't need him.
You think she'd still want to be with a man that's gone and stabbed her in the back like that? It sounds like she's already gone and handed in the divorce papers that Josh gave to her a couple of days ago.
Wait, so they're both divorced now?
Now let me be honest here. I don't care how pretty of a woman you really are. If you're going to cheat on me with my own sister's husband, there is no room open in my heart for you, so we can get a divorce.
I see.
Of course, both my sister and I will be getting settlements from the both of you for having cheated on us.
For some reason I'm not all too happy with this outcome, and I'm really not looking forward to those settlements. But if I'm going to be able to marry Josh now, then I guess he'll be able to pay off all those settlements for me. Well, I suppose one could say that this kind of an ending is alright.
Then let's conclude things with that.
And luckily, Josh is next in line for becoming a CEO.
What?
Liam, I know that you've been working a long time for that company and make decent money. But you're never going to end up like Josh, who will soon become a CEO, right? I'll leave you with this. When it comes to all of you office workers out there in the world, the only way you're going to make it big is by forcing yourself to become better and gain more skills. And for me, I only want to be with men like Josh who have done that and are now going to become higher up in their company.
Not really sure what you're going on about there. But from what I've heard from Carly, that seat that Josh had saved for him is gone now.
Huh?
He went and did a lot of really idiotic things there, and now his new seat is that of being fired.
Fired? What the hell did he do?
From what I heard from my sister, he would use company money when he'd go out to have affairs with different women, including yourself. He would use the money on things like hotels and room service, as well as those high-end cars he'd always be driving in to go pick up his woman. And well, the company caught on to all that, and when they learned it was the man they had wanted to be the next CEO doing all of it, well, you get the picture. The current CEO was not happy about what he heard, and neither was the rest of the company, as many of them really liked Josh and were looking forward to him being in charge of the company next.
No way. Then that means the hotels we stayed in and the room service we got and that car of his, all of that was paid for using the company's money and weren't all from his own income?
That's what it sounds like.
No way that's all true.
Now back to what we've been talking about. I'm talking with my lawyer about all this. And I'm going to leave the divorce in his hands from here on out.
Huh?
He'll be coming to speak with you about the divorce soon. If you have anything else you'd like to say about things, then please let him know about it before asking a talk with me.
Liam, I'll go ahead and break things off with Josh, all right? So let's forget about this whole divorce thing, all right?
No.
What?
Goodbye forever, Maren. A little bit after that, my lawyer was able to confirm that both Maren and Josh would be paying me a settlement in one lump payment, and then from there we were able to get our divorce. Josh made sure to pay my sister and I right away, and after that we never really heard much about it again, besides that he lost his job already and would most likely be moving out of state. Apparently things between him and Maren had really fallen off in those few days, between the divorces and him paying the money, so they weren't even talking to one another anymore. From there, I went and spoke with my higher-ups, and they made sure to contact another branch of the company and had me transferred away from here. My older sister went ahead and did the same thing as me, and luckily enough we both ended up in the same relative area after the transfers. Right now the both of us are starting to enjoy a lot more things together as brother and sister, while also not forcing a good relationship to happen all that much. While my sister and I have been enjoying things away from the town we used to live in, I received some word about what my ex tried to do. After paying off the settlement, she ended up in a lot of debt and grew upset because of that. So she made an attempt to find me at my old house where she could try and get back together with me again. But what she didn't know is that I already went and sold that house and moved away. So after banging on the door screaming to get back together with me, the door opened to 3 men who grabbed her and brought her inside the house. Since then, there's not been any word about her whereabouts. I'm not sure if anyone will be able to find her again. Honestly, I think it's best nobody knows about where she went. Most of us don't care anyway. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.